Today we're at the Ann Arbor Pinball Museum talking about gun game madness, where we shoot the spooks on the Phantom gun game! I spent a long time looking for the Williams Phantom gun game. Not an easy one to come with. Last gun game to have the replay button on the side here, which is kind of weird because usually it's here on all the newer ones. It is the smaller cabinet, scrunched up cabinet. It does have electronic sound, the same soundboard as used in the Williams Spook, which I did a video on, which also came out in 1969. It's just beeps and boops on the sound. Let's talk about some modifications I did. The first thing I did is I added an LED black light. And I have the front glass out here. And if we come way down in here, you can see it right there. I mounted it just below the original black light. And that LED black light, oh man, it really makes this thing pop. It really makes all these targets stand out much, much better. I highly recommend installing that. Just wired it, this black line, through to the 120 volts there. You can see right here, that's part of the LED black light. Really made a huge difference. Another modification I did is if we open up the back, is I added an MP3 soundboard. Right here, this tiny little soundboard, you can buy them on Amazon. They're like $5. I also had to add a bridge rectifier, and I put a little digital display to show how many volts is getting delivered to that soundboard. Soundboard runs off 5 volts, and it comes through right here on the lock relay. I attach the wire right here. It's basically the game over and light make break switch that turns this on. Watch, if I hit the lock relay, you'll see my digital display come on there, and you can hear the sound that I added for background sound. And I wired another speaker right here. Real spooky sound. I added that speaker up here because the stock soundboard, its speaker is down there. I like how the Phantom is giving me the thumbs up. Really cool. But I didn't want to use that speaker because you have to have a dedicated speaker for the MP3 player. And then I added some bells. I added a bell on the 10-point relay and a bell on the 100-point relay. And that way it gives the sound some more depth. The stock sound is really pretty bad. The beeps and boops that you get off that sound card are really not very good. Pretty much a standard Williams gun game. There is nothing really elaborate about this, but it's a good solid player. If you come down here, I have the back door off. You can see the guts down here for the Spook and the Phantom, because if you look at the point values here, you can see you have the Phantom that runs back and forth. Matter of fact, that's that guy back there. He is known as the Phantom. He always scores 100. The Spinner, which is right there, only scores 10 points, but he activates the Spook, which is right here, who will get you 50 points or as indicated. So if you hit the Spinner, that guy there, it turns the Spook on for 300 points for a limited amount of time, like, I don't know, less than 5 seconds. And then over there, you have The monsters that are on the right and left side of the spinner, I don't ever shoot those. We're gonna do some play testing, and I got my ringer, Bob. Bob is an excellent gun game shooter. All right, Bob, go on, start her up. Oh, so you shoot the spinner and then you get the bottom, the spook, not the phantom. And that's the way to do this, Bob? Oh, because look, he's stuck at 300 now. So the spook that's dancing up and down, that's the one you're getting. And you've gotten extended shots. Now you're going from, instead of the stock 25, you're getting 35 shots. And game over. Bob got 75-70, which is a pretty good score. Now explain how you did this, Bob. So what's the theory here?
Shooting the spinner activates the spook at 300.
But you only get, the spinner's only worth 10 points.
Right, but it activates the spook for 5 seconds.
And you can tell he's activated because he's moving not just left to right, but up and down. Okay, he's all over the place.
You could hit him 3 times. I only hit him 2 because it's really hard to get 3.
Because you only have the 5 seconds.
And if you don't do it right time, it's only worth 50.
And so what about when you shoot the spinner to the right and the left, or those windows?
Those are only 100 apiece.
And you don't ever shoot those.
Because it's not worth it.
And the phantom going left to right.
It's always 100, except for on the 14th shot, it will say on the top 1,000, and it's worth 1,000 for the one shot on 14.
But the rest of the time, you don't ever hit the phantom.
I don't go for it.
It's just not worth it. And when you get, 3,000, I think you get the extra 10 shots.
Extra 10 shots.
So you go from 25 to 35. And that is how you get this massive score. What's the highest you ever gotten?
82.
That's a quick rundown on the Williams Phantom, which you can play at the Ann Arbor Pinball Museum at our upcoming shows, with 540 pin games, including this particular gun game. I hope you can come, and I hope you enjoyed this little explanation of the Williams Phantom 1969 gun game. Thanks!